Now we're back. And of course, we're here with some of the best times in the NBA season, the playoffs. So we have playoff P, we got playoff Rondo. But did y'all know about playoff Kenny? Yeah, I know. It does really roll off the tongue like playoff P or playoff Rondo. But hear me out. The quiz we about to take is about to prove that playoff Kenny is a real deal. As we take a quiz name, only a true NBA fan can get 100% on these playoff team quiz. Playoff Kenny is coming. So on this one, we got a total of 30 questions. So let's get right into it. Before this year, how many playoff games had Ricky Rubio played in? Well, Ricky Rubio played his entire career until this point in Minnesota. And Minnesota ain't been in the playoffs since 2004, 2003, one of the two. So the answer to this question is a big fat 0. But you know what what Ricky Rubio did? When he did get the opportunity to hit the playoffs, he had been balling before the injury and everything. Playoff Ricky too. Everybody can't have playoff before then. Anyway, before this year, how many playoff wins did Anthony Davis have? He's over there with Ricky Rubio with the 0. Because the one time Anthony Davis did make the playoffs before this year, he went against the Almighty Warriors and got swept. But he played well. He just didn't have a team around him. But 2 for 2. Before this season, how long had it been since the Timberwolves made the playoffs? Well, we just talked about this. It's been about 14 years. But you know what? They made it. They came, they saw, they just didn't conquer. But you know what? They got time. They got time with the young pieces that they got. So, Minnesota fans, you're fine. Plus, you win against the Rockets. It's tough. How many years has Victor Oladipo been in the league? A total of 5 years, former number 2 overall pick. In LeBron's 15-year career, how many times has he missed the playoffs? A whopping 2 times. Both of these pretty young, obviously. When we got to see, like, amazing LeBron, that's when, like, just playoff series after playoff series, it was LeBron win, get to the championship. Maybe he wins, maybe he loses. But he's been owning the Eastern Conference 13 years. Straight to the finals 8 years. So 2 years he has missed the playoffs. How many NBA championships have the Celtics won? 17. I get them and the Lakers mixed up all the time. One of them is 17. And one of them is 18, or one of them is 16. I don't remember. Just know it's in that realm. They're really close. What year did the Toronto Raptors come to existence? All right, I got to think about this. So Vince Carter dunk contest was in the year 2000. So it's obviously before that. But I'm going to say 97. It was 95. Okay. Maybe I won't get 100%. But I promise y'all from this point out, I'm gonna try my best. See, you thought I was gonna tell you I was gonna get a perfect score. I can't promise that. I don't know what these questions gonna hold. What city did the Houston Rockets originally play in? San Diego. That's easy. What year did the Supersonics become the Thunder? That's 2008, baby. Come on now, we got it. From here on out, who was the last player to have their number retired by the Golden State Warriors? It's between Chris Mullin and Tim Hardaway. They play together, so I don't... Okay, we're going Chris Mullin here. Yes, okay. Perfect. What year did the Washington Bullets become the Wizards? These type of questions, I don't know, man. Wow, these all seem relatively new. I'm just going to say it's not 95. I'm going to say it's not 95 because 95, we just learned, is when the Toronto Raptors came into existence. So are we going to have 2 switches in 1 year? No. I mean, I know technically it's not a big switch. They stay cities, just changed the logo and everything. How many seasons have Giannis been in the league? 5 years along with Victor Oladipo. When was the last time the Pacers were in the finals? We talk about Reggie Miller, Rick Smith, Jalen Rose, and that's all I really remember. But that's the year 2000 when they lost to the Lakers, I'm pretty sure. Was that the first Laker championship? Something like that. What year did the Jazz last reach the finals? I know this all too well. It is 98. The Jazz got to the championship, I think, twice, but ran into one of the best players of all time, man. So not much you can do if you saw Jordan in the finals. How did the Rockets score majority of their points? 3-point shot. Y'all know this. That's what they do. They shoot the tray ball. Who is the youngest coach in the playoffs? Don't try to throw me for a loop with the Brad Stevens picture. Brad Stevens is pretty young. Don't get me wrong. But I think Tyronn Lue is younger because Tyronn Lue was just hooping like 4 years ago. So I think it's Tyronn Lue. Yeah, Brad Stevens is 42 years old. So that means Tyronn Lue might be 40, 41. That's really, really young to be a head coach. And he's a champion too. Champion coach. And a champion player. Allen Iverson stepped over him, but he got the last laugh with the ring. Who is the oldest coach? Greg Popovich. Don't even got to think twice. Which playoff team has the oldest average age? They try to throw me off again with the Manu, because you know the Spurs, they got Manu, Tony Parker, they got an old Pau Gasol, a 30-plus-year-old LaMarcus Aldridge, and so on and so forth. But you will know who also is really old? The Cavs. LeBron is old. Kyle Korver is old. George Hill is getting up there in age. Who am I missing? Kendrick Perkins, if he applies the Duke, it's the Cavaliers. Who is the highest paid player this year and currently in the playoffs? Stephen Curry. And for good reason. The dude is a stud. What rookie in the playoffs is averaging the most points? Donovan Mitchell. Got to pay a lot of respect to him. They took game 2 against the Rockets. That's impressive, man. Without him shooting well. He did a good job of getting his teammates involved with him being like the primary point guard now with Ricky Rubio being out. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell is something special. Most of the guys on this list are something special. OG Anunoby, he's not as great as these other 3 rookies, but he's pretty good. You know, he's starting, trying to guard LeBron. But spoiler alert, nobody can really guard LeBron. So OG, as a rookie, you're doing fine. What time zone has the least amount of playoff teams? Honestly, y'all, I don't know where time zones start or end. I know I'm central. You feel me? I'm central. I don't know what Pacific. I know Eastern is on the East Coast. I guess Pacific is on the West Coast. So Mountain has got to be where all the mountains at. Look at that. We just figured that out. The Utah Jazz, are the Utah Jazz the only mountain team? Let's go Utah Jazz in the mountains, mountain time. Look at that. Look at that. What is the last year the 76ers made the playoffs? Y'all think the quiz creator did this on purpose? Just play the clip.
Look, we're looking to sweep you guys. You wanted us. You were crying out that you bypassed the harder team in Miami Heat.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding on to his knee, holding on to his...
That was 2012. So, as a fan, I know that series all too well. A little too it, man. All right, let's get over it. I can't think about it. Whatever, man. Whatever. That was the last time an 8 seed beat a 1 seed. But it got an asterisk mark because our MVP player got injured. Whew. Who currently in the playoffs is the youngest ever to record a triple-double? That'll be Markelle Fultz. Even though he's not playing right now, he did record a triple-double towards the end of the regular season. Cool. What Heat player averages the most points per game? It's obviously Goran. 6 questions left. I think we still only got that one right. One wrong. So let's try to clutch up, man. Going into the playoffs, who had the lowest odds of being an Eastern Conference champion? I think it was the Miami Heat, like 300-1. For y'all that aren't betting people, that means that like their chances were like, you get me? Miami Heat. I feel kind of embarrassed that I know that. I'm not even a gambler, man, but I like to look at the numbers and stuff. I don't gamble, though. Trust me, I don't gamble. How many times in career has Rondo made the playoffs? Keep it 100 with you? I don't know. How many years has Rondo been in the league? I don't even remember what year he got drafted. He could be a 30-year vet, and I know he's not that old. It's got to be a lot. Between Boston and even when he was in Dallas, even though he got benched, he made the playoffs. And then in Chicago, he made the playoffs. And now in the Rondo's a playoff Rondo. What am I thinking? Let's say just 9. Let's say he's maxed out. All the years in Boston. Where else we got? Dallas and Chicago. That's got to be at least 9 years. It was 8. I accept that, L. Before this year, what was the last year the New Orleans Pelicans won a playoff game? So they go hit me with some relatively easy questions, and they hit me with like 3 hard ones in a row. Before this year, what was the last time the New Orleans Pelicans won a playoff game? 2009? 2011. Who's on that team in 2011? I'm going 09. No, I'm going 2011. There we go. Okay, 2011. There we go. What player this year has played the most playoff games? That would actually be Tony Parker over LeBron. Yep. What was it last year? The Spurs did not make the playoffs. 97. I was a whopping 1 year old the last time that the Spurs did not make the playoffs. What playoff team has the lowest payroll? All right, I feel good. I think we got 2 wrong. It will be the Indiana Pacers here. They put Portland Trail Blazers. A joke. They got one of the biggest payrolls. Indiana Pacers. So that means we got a whopping 93% when the average is a 52. So only a true NBA fan can get 100%. We got a 93. So maybe we not a true NBA fan, but we close to it, all right? Do that warrants the nickname Playoff Kenny? You tell me in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like. Peace.